That means stop. Okay. Today we've been talking about surveys and sample surveys and all the things, okay? Now we're talking about whether the survey or sample survey is biased or unbiased. Does anybody know what those two words mean? What do you think, Hartley?
Sometimes it's more, I feel like whenever you're talking about something, if you're biased, you're more like to one part of something, even if if it's unfair or like.
Exactly. Did y'all hear what she said? Because I see some of you turning around talking. So Trey and Cooper and Annalisa and Isabella and Will, you're over there messing with something. Y'all are not listening. So put it down. Okay. So Hartley said if you're biased towards something, that means you're leaning towards one side. You favor something. It's kind of unfair. That's exactly right. Biased means, so they do not want biased people on a jury. They don't want somebody to favor one topic or one side, because then they're not making a fair vote. Okay, so if you're biased, it's very unfair.
Isn't it like if you're biased, if you're like picking someone to do something, you pick your friend because you like them more?
Yes. So like if you're trying to pick a partner in class to work with, if you got that choice and you're picking your friend, even though you know your friend is going to make you do most of the work, that was probably a biased decision of you, because you're like, I'm going to do this because I really want you to do this, not that you're a great partner. Okay. Unbiased would be a very fair view. Okay. Somebody that's not swayed by necessarily what they believe in, what they like more. It's somebody that's going to be open to different things. Okay. So the example I used last class period was like if I wanted to survey the city of Miles, okay, and everybody who lived here about what they thought of the community, of what they thought of the town as a whole, all the streets, like everything about it, okay? An unbiased survey, if I didn't survey every single person in town, okay? An unbiased survey would be like I surveyed 2 to 3 homes per street. Is that getting a pretty good view of like everybody's surroundings, what they see every day, all of the things? If I survey every single street, a couple homes from every street? Yes. What if I just surveyed a part of Miles, like one little part? Like if I just did this Casperg edition over here. That's very biased, right? Because they're all kind of seeing Miles from their point of view, right? But do they know what every single street looks like necessarily? The issues that maybe this street is having more than this street or anything like that. No. So I'm getting a good survey when I sample a large portion, a diverse amount of people, all the things. Biased is if I just survey a small portion that all view things kind of the same way. Okay. And it says it right here. An unbiased sample is selected so that it's representative of the entire population. Biased is one or more parts of the population that are favored. Okay, so this part of the population favors this one topic, whereas that's not the view of the whole town. Okay, so this first one, it says to determine whether each conclusion is valid, justify your answer. Will, put the water bottle down. All right, to evaluate the defect rate of its memory chips, an integrated circuit manufacturer tests every 100th chip off the production line. Out of 10 chips tested, 1 chip is found to be defective. The manufacturer concludes that 3 chips out of 3,000 will be defective. Do y'all think that is an unbiased survey or a biased survey?
Biased.
Okay, I heard both answers. I heard un and then I heard biased. Give me a thumbs up if you think that that is biased. 2 people think that is a biased sample. Okay, what about unbiased? Okay, so Will and Trey, why do y'all think that it's unbiased? I mean biased.
It's not testing every chip. It could be a chip that is given.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes. 1 second. Okay, but
Sorry.
is it really reasonable to survey everybody?
Yes.
No, there's not all the time are you going to be able to do that. Okay.
Yes. I mean,
Those of you who think it is unbiased, why do you think it is unbiased?
It seems fair, and because out of 100 out of 10 chips tested, how does that come out?
Anybody have something to back up why they think it's unbiased? Okay.
But there's like computer chips, so if they don't work, the computer don't work.
If they're consistent, it's unbiased.
Okay, so did it do a random sample?
Yeah.
Yes, it was random. It was consistently random too because it said every 100th chip. Okay, they did 3,000 or out of 3,000, every 100 chip off the production line. Okay, out of the 10 chips tested, all right, 1 chip is found to be defective. Yes, so that means they let 1,000 chips go every 100 they pulled. So they pulled 10 out of 1,000. All right, and only 1 was defective. Okay, so they're concluding that 3 out of 3,000 will be defective. That is a pretty reasonable conclusion, right? That is very unbiased. Okay, there is no favoring. That is purely from data and a random sample. Random samples are usually unbiased. Okay, so that's what we're going to put. We're going to put unbiased. Not all of it. There's a little bit more. Okay, unbiased. It's unbiased because it's random. Okay, did we say it was valid or unvalid?
Valid.
It was valid. Okay. Students who wish to represent the school at a school board meeting are asked to stop by the office after lunch. After lunch, 5 students wished to represent the school.
Unbiased.
Do they pick the student? Well, it only says
This wording is kind of makes this one kind of
it only says students who wish at the beginning.
okay.
So it's probably biased.
Yes. Why?
Because the people who wanted to do it were probably.
They only asked people who wanted to do it, right?
Yeah, no, didn't ask.
They asked a side that were favoring what they wanted to do, right? Okay, so that is a biased conclusion, all right? They only asked interested people. If we want people or students to represent a wide range of everything, we don't only want people who are super passionate about it, right? We want people who aren't thrilled either. All right, so it is not valid. All right, to determine if the class understood the homework assignment, the math teacher checks the top 3 papers in the pile of collected homework. The teacher determines that all students understood the homework assignment.
That's biased.
That's very biased. Because let me tell you, based off of experience, the top 3 papers I can be like, oh gosh, okay, we really didn't understand this topic. And then the rest of them are good. Or most of them are good. All right. Now, if it was a very, very small portion, like let's say I pulled the top 3 papers and 5 people turned in a paper, 3 out of 5 is a majority, right?
Yeah.
But generally your class is a whole lot bigger than that. The 3 people are not going to be representative of if the topic was mastered or not. Okay, so it's biased because only 3 out of the stack were looked at. Now, we don't know how many were in the stack, but if it's a stack of papers, we're going to assume that it's a pretty good amount, right? All right, so it is not valid.
I mean, what if your teacher did that? What if she took the top 3 papers off the stack and be like, oh, okay, everybody understood it. Is that fair?
I'd be like, hey,
No, that's not fair.
All right, a member of the cafeteria staff asks every 5th student leaving the cafeteria to rank 5 vegetables from most favorite to least favorite. She determines that corn is one of the most favorite vegetables.
unbiased.
Why would it be unbiased?
Out of 5.
It didn't say out of 5. It said every 5th student. Okay?
She's not picking.
She's not picking people that are like, oh, I know they pick corn every time. No, she's asking random students and at a consistent rate as they leave. Okay? So that is unbiased. We can input random / consistent sample. And it is valid. Doing okay? All right. For exercises 1 and 2, use the survey results in the table at the right. Members of the drama club plan to sell popcorn as a fundraiser for their Shakespeare production. They survey 75 students at random about their favorite flavors of popcorn. Is the sample valid? So was it valid? Hartley says yes. What about everybody else's opinion? Yes. Okay, why? Okay, it was random. They randomly surveyed 75 students. All right, so yes, it's valid. We're just going to put yes. All right, it says what % of students prefer caramel popcorn?
27%.
Yes, we do have to set it up as a proportion. Okay, it does tell us our total here. So we had 75. All right, and it wants to know about caramel. How many people chose caramel? 27. So 27 out of 75 chose caramel. We're trying to figure out what? The percent. So we put percent. Percent is always out of 100. Okay, what do I do now? Cross multiply. 2,700 divided by 75. Okay, so it is, well, 75 times 3 gives me what? 75 times 3 gives me 36? 225.
21.
All right, I get 45. So then I do 6. So it is 36%. Is that a combination of today and what we did yesterday? Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If the club orders 400 boxes of popcorn to sell, how many boxes of caramel popcorn should they order? Okay, so this is what you were talking about, Hartley. This is a good way to answer your question that you were asking earlier. Okay, what do you think we're going to have to do?
Find the total.
Yes, but how do we solve?
And then you make them a decimal, and you divide it, and then you multiply it by the total.
Okay, we're going to use this again, right? Because this is about how many people would say that they would want caramel popcorn. 27 out of 75 are part in our total. Hartley, you asked earlier, well, if it's not a percent, how do we know what to do, right? This is part, this is total, right? That means the total is always on the bottom. What's the total number of boxes they were going to order? 400. Mm-hmm. So your part and total, it has to stay the same. Part and total, part and total. Okay? So we multiply. So I have 27 times 400. So I have 10,800.
You got add your decimal.
Okay, divide by. What am I dividing this by? 75. All right, how many times can 75 go into 108? Once. Just once. Okay. How many times do we think 75 can go into 330? 4. That gives me 300. So then I have 30. Bring down another 0.
Another 4.
Another 4.
So 144. Oh yeah.
Not so terrible? You sure?
These are real life problems. We had to do this a lot with prom.
This is how they know what to order for the concession stand. Okay, what's popular? What are people ordering the most of? Okay, this is how much we sold this day. How much would we need for this many more days?
This is
Okay.
formulas we use.
Okay.
No, the students did it. My junior class.
But here's the thing, even if you don't plan on doing something where you think you have to use this every day, you're going to use it for the next several years. Okay? It ain't going away anytime soon. If you want to forget about it once you're out of school, that's on you, but right now you need it. Yes, Trey, you really do. Okay. I am going to go up to the board to do these.
Yeah, they said they took like 20 minutes off.
Yes.
How are these?
They're not. Okay.
We've done these.
Yes. We have. We have.
They said they added like a whole new
We're like freshmen or something.
problem. Like they added
Guys, don't believe what they say sometimes.
We'll wake up and have
Will you, when I am like, not do exactly what I'm doing on the board,
Right,
but write, like, if I write a number, write the numbers or something, like the important part. Okay. All right. Now, what shape is this?
That is a, yeah.
What?
No. A triangular. But what? A triangular prism.
I said it.
Okay. Now, what is the difference between a prism and a pyramid?
What with the big B?
No, not about volume. Not about the formula. Okay. What is a difference between a pyramid and a prism?
Is it pure?
Yeah, four sides.
No.
The base is different? I don't know. There's a height in the base.
Essentially. Okay. What did I say? A prism. All the sides are made up of what?
Two. No,
Not the
width.
Rectangles. Okay. A prism. All the sides are made up of rectangles, right? So are all of my sides of this prism made up of rectangles?
No.
Well, yes.
Yes.
There's two triangles.
Look, hey, but the triangles are my what?
And they're,
Oh, you're saying
Not my
they-
sides. They're my
hypotenuse.
bases. Got it.
Okay,
Bases.
yeah.
Hypothesis, wrong class.
Because what is my formula? Can you scoot it over a little bit?
I
so
can't see.
the formula. No, this. Okay. And then down a little bit. Okay. So my formula to find the volume of a prism is that big B, right? Big B. What does big B mean?
Area of the base.
Area of the base. What is my base?
20 times.
What is my base? What is the shape of my base?
Triangle.
Triangle. That is how I know this is a triangular prism. Right? Guys, this is a problem from your
So
notes.
you do 20 times.
Because, remember I said the way that I know what kind of prism it is based off of the shape that is not a rectangle. Because the rectangles are my sides. Alright, and every 3D figure has two bases, technically. Okay, yes, we can set it on the rectangle. But I know what my base is by it being the shape that is not a rectangle, unless all of them are rectangles, okay? Because remember I said about a hexagon, you don't have to draw this, but remember with a hexagon, and then all of it becomes a prism because all of its sides are rectangles.
3D.
So is that going to be a rectangular prism?
Yes.
No. These are my sides. That makes it a prism. What is my base figure? Hexagon. So that would be a hexagonal prism.
I've never learned about those
Not
things.
a rectangle hexagon.
Hexagonal
It's
isn't
a
it?
hexagon and rectangle.
Yes.
Are we gonna learn about those?
Don't worry about that right now. If I had a pentagon, okay, and we made it 3D,
Pentagonal prism.
a prism,
Whoa.
okay?
What if it was a decagon?
Whoa.
Oh, no,
Figure
the
that out
circle.
on your own.
Decagonal
Okay.
prism?
So since my two shapes that are not rectangles or triangles, that makes this a triangular prism. That's how I know that this is my formula. It's a prism. So my base is what again? What is my base? What is my
Oh,
base?
17.
What is my base?
17.
What is my base?
18.
20.
Triangle is 20.
A triangle. Thank you. How do I know how to find that of a triangle?
The base is a triangle.
Yes.
I thought it was a rectangle.
No.
We thought it was 20, but she said it's 17.
Guys, I'm not asking you what the measurement is. I'm
Oh.
not asking you what the measurement is yet. Because if I have to find the area of the base, I can't do that until I know what my base is. My base is a what? Triangle. What is the formula to find the area of a triangle?
1/2.
Will, open your eyes. 1/2 base times height. Okay? Now I need to know what is my base height and what is
17.
17 and 8. Is it 20?
No, 8 is one of them.
Is it 20?
No. Why is it 15?
Because
Okay.
that's the height of the other one. Why is it 15?
I'm about to show you. What does this mean right here?
That is the square.
All right.
A right triangle, right? It's a right triangle. I don't use the slanted side.
Which is the hypotenuse.
So this is my base. This measurement is the height of my triangle. Those are the same length, so it's 15.
Okay.
Like I said, this is the exact same problem that we did 2 weeks ago. All right,
So that would be
what's 1/2 of 8?
4 times 15 is
60.
It's 6.
Are we gonna have a problem?
Okay, so the area, this 60 was just my base, the area of my base. Okay, so I have 60, now I have to find my height. We all remember what I said, how do you know what is your height? I had one person able to remember last class.
Whichever one
What is
goes
the height of my prism? What makes it my height?
Look at the line.
Is it? No. Is the opposite of the cube? 20 or something?
Why is it 20?
We've already used those. I don't know.
Because what if you like flip it upside down?
Okay, so somebody said that too. Well, if I set it up on my triangular base, that is my height.
Why can't
That's
I do that?
essentially reasonable thinking. But the definition of what makes your height is the measurement that connects your bases. So if my two bases are my triangles, this is the connecting measurement, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 20 would be my height.
So it'll be 60 times 20.
What's 6 times 2?
12.
12. 2 zeros.
So we're down
In the
to
picture, why can't they
That's
just
my
set it
boss.
up like that?
Because it would be harder to see your triangles.
Oh, wouldn't it?
Yes,
I know.
If it like made you like.
It would be harder to see your
What's
triangles.
all that stuff on
So
it?
this McFarland's writing it so the video sees it.
Oh.
Okay,
Come on, Trey.
so my volume, this was volume, is 1,200
feet cubed.
feet cubed. Good. Okay,
So the white one, why it's cubed.
cubed is volume, 3D figure, all the space inside of it. Surface area is taking the area of a two-dimensional figure. Okay, so now we're gonna do surface area. Is there a formula for surface area?
155.
No.
Not for you, no. So how do I find the surface area of a shape?
Find out all the sides.
Find the area of every surface, every side. Okay, so I told y'all, when you're finding surface area, always start with your bases. What is my basis?
Triangle.
My triangles. Okay, so did we already find the area of this triangle?
Yes.
Find volume? Okay, what was it? 60. But I have how many triangles?
2.
So what is 60 times 2?
120.
120. Okay, so this is the area of my basis.
Wow.
Now, I need to find the area of this rectangle, right? So what measurements would I
8
use?
times 20.
20 and
20 and 15.
20 and 15.
How? Oh.
8 is not a part of that
I
shape.
see.
Okay, so 20 times 15.
I don't know.
Okay, well, look at this, Look. What is 15 times 2?
30.
30.
300.
Add my zero. Okay, so we did that side. Now let's do the bottom rectangle.
no.
What measurements do I need for that?
17 and 8.
Now,
Wait.
17 and 20.
17 and 20.
I
17 and 20.
Oh.
Oh.
Sure.
What is 17 times 2? 14.
140.
So 340. 340.
340. Are you freaking serious right
I
now?
did that
so
in my
look,
head.
so times 2, 7 times 2 is what?
14.
14. So I have my 4. I kind of carry my 1, and then I would do 2 times 1 is 2, plus that 1 is 3.
I did that all in my head.
Okay. All right. Now, am I missing a side still?
No.
Just add them up.
I'm missing a side. I still have this small rectangle over here.
15 and 8.
Okay? Not 15,
20.
17.
20.
20
20 is this side, and 8 is this side.
Because
How
20
did you
is
get 20?
because 20 is the length.
20 is the length of it. 8 is the side. 8 times 2 is 16, add the 0. Now we add those all together.
20.
Will. Okay, so 6 times 4 is, or 6
That's
plus
not
4 is
four.
10.
Plus 2 more is 12.
Oh, 12.
That's wrong.
Okay, so I have 6, 7, 8.
Yay!
So my surface area is 900.
Sorry. I'm kind of trying to get back on track.
920
Yay.
Feet square.
feet squared.
And we're not even on the second problem. It's almost on the day.
Oh, crap, it is.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
You're gonna let us go, right? You're gonna make
No, we'll go off this forever. Okay. Now, this one over here. Surface area of these. Do y'all remember what this is called?
Oh, it's
net.
No. Oh, net. Good.
Oh, good.
I am rather impressed. All right. So to find the surface area, that should be easy, right? How do I find the area of this triangle?
5 times 3. No,
4 times 3.
4 times 3, because that is the slanted side. Guys, stop packing up. 1/2 of 4 is
2.
2 times 3 is
6.
okay. So if this is 6, do you agree this is 6?
Yes.
I mean, 12.
How do I find this one?
9 and
9
It's not 4.
and 3.
3. 6.
3, because remember, if I fold this up, this is going to be this measurement. So that's 27. Okay. This is still 9. So then I do what for this one?
4.
Times 4.
9 times 4.
36.
Okay, this is still 9. What is this?
9.
3.
Oh, that's 10. Oh, 5.
If I fold it together, what is it going to line up with?
5.
5. Hold on. So I would add those together. You can just circle them and add them together on your own. Okay? If volume is the area of your base, what was the area of my base?
36.
6.
It's 6. What was my height?
36.
45. 45.
27.
What did I say? How do I know what my height is?
Oh, yeah.
It connects my what?
9.